Hello everyone, you have come to my comic review channel. Like and subscribe to support me. Let's read the story together. Zhu Lei was thrown away by Hai Beifei and flew a few hundred meters before stopping. Hearing the roars in the air and watching the light disappear in the sky, he broke out in a cold sweat. He was in big trouble now. With Hai Beifei's strength and anger, he would not kill Yunxiao with a single slap, would he? That Zhu Lei thinking of this, he shivered. It was all his fault for being in such a hurry. He should have taken a break first. If something were to happen, how could he bear the responsibility? He hurriedly took out a large number of medicinal pills and threw them into his mouth. He gave chase with all his might, but with his speed, how could he catch up to Hai Beifei? The speed of a martial honor expert could travel 10,000 miles in an instant. Hai Beifei arrived at the west of the city in the blink of an eye. His domain spread out and covered the entire base of Team 8. In the next moment, his figure appeared directly outside the gourd building. A sound wave spread out, almost blowing up the entire space.
Li Yunxiao, you're courting death.
Yunxiao, who was in the hall, was instantly locked on by an extremely strong killing intent, and then a sharp sound wave broke through the air. Although the sound spread far and wide, the power of the attack converged into a line and was only aimed at him. The entire hall was shaken by the power, and the space was a little erratic as if it was in the sea. Yunxiao's body went cold, and all his pores opened in an instant. An aura of death came. Hai Beifei's attack was too sudden. If he was prepared, he could even take a punch from a martial emperor. However, the other party came in a hurry and suddenly attacked. The power of a two-star martial venerable rushed out, causing his pores to open and the killing intent to penetrate his body. At that moment, Lu Sun roared and rushed up, blocking Yunxiao with his body. His eyes flashed with a determined look. He was a peak 5th-tier alchemist, and his divine sense was far stronger than that of ordinary people. Immediately after, Feng Rui also blocked. They spread their arms to protect Yunxiao. Yunxiao was taken aback, and his pupils widened. A warm feeling flowed in their hearts as they saw the two white-haired old men standing in front of them. They were not protecting themselves, but the supreme art of magic that they yearned for. They were not familiar with Yunxiao, but they could see an unattainable goal in him. Although he couldn't reach it, his heart yearned for it. In the long river of history, there had been countless world protectors on this endless road, who had sacrificed their lives to protect the belief in the holy god in their hearts. Although the two of them were pale, they gritted their teeth and did not retreat a single step.
This is a Kasaya.
Hai Beifei's figure rushed in. His palm was condensed with unparalleled power, and he was about to slap down. When he suddenly saw two familiar faces, he hurriedly retracted his palm force and sucked in the air with all his might, suppressing all the momentum he had released. The power of a martial honor, even if it was just the aftershock, was not something these two old men could withstand. If they were injured, the consequences would be unimaginable. Pfft. The powerful qi rushed back into his body, and a mouthful of heart blood was forced down his throat and spat out. He forcefully flipped a few times in the air before he managed to dispel the force. However, he had clearly suffered internal injuries. This kind of forceful stopping of vital energy was extremely harmful to the body, and the higher the cultivation, the greater the backlash. Hai Beifei rushed in without any hesitation and did not show any mercy. Now that he had taken all of it, the qi and blood in his body were in turmoil. He felt that more than 10 of his meridians had been broken.
Two masters, why is this?
He looked puzzled and shocked.
I'm going to kill Yunxiao, so everyone should be happy. Why?
Lu Sun stepped back from the gates of hell, his face ashen. He gritted his teeth and said,
Hai Beifei. We've been working for the rookie mercenary group for so many years, and you want to kill Master Yunxiao? Then you'll have to step over our dead bodies first. Right. Over our dead bodies.
The rest of the alchemists also came to their senses at that moment. One by one, they strode forward and stood in front of Yunxiao, their faces filled with determination, as if they were not afraid of death. This time, Hai Beifei was really frightened and stood there dumbfounded.
Father, What are you doing?
Hai Lin also rushed up and criticized, his face full of anger. Not to mention that Yunxiao had saved his life several times, and his mastery of martial arts had won the admiration and respect of many masters. If he were to die here, he would undoubtedly be in great trouble. This buy-in.
What?
Hai Beifei was dumbfounded.
Didn't Li Yunxiao offend all the grandmasters? Offended? The person who offended us is your excellency, team leader Hai.
Fang Rui said angrily.
I'm done, you can find someone else. I'm done too. It's really fucking infuriating. Me too. You've been working so hard for years, and now you're trying to harm Master Yunxiao.
The crowd responded one after another, all of them with angry faces. Hai Lin hurriedly explained the situation, and Hai Beifei was drenched in cold sweat. So this was what they wanted to get the contract for. He looked at Yunxiao with a pleading look, looking very reserved. Zhou Xiang was also feeling a little dizzy. He did not expect that a martial honor could also reveal such a pitiful expression, as if he was begging. He suddenly felt that his back had straightened a lot. He felt that the 10 slaps he had given earlier had been worth it.
Master Yunxiao, let's leave this damn place together. I'm already sick of it, Master Yunxiao, Fang Rui asked. With Master Yunxiao leading us, we can go anywhere in the world. Even the 7 great powers will accept us.
Hai Beifei was very anxious. He no longer cared about his status and wailed.
Master Yunxiao, please don't. I was confused just now and didn't understand the situation. Please forgive me, Master.
If these people left, the logistics of the rookie mercenary group would be almost cut off, and they would probably not be able to last for a few months in the Gentle Song Forest. At that moment, everyone's eyes were on Yunxiao, as if they were waiting for his decision. Yunxiao stared at Hai Beifei, and a cold gleam flashed in his eyes as he said,
"If it weren't for the sake of Xiao Huanghaolian, you wouldn't be standing here safe and sound."
Hai Beifei felt bitter in his heart. Of course, he would not believe Yunxiao's words. He thought that Yunxiao was just trying to put on a show. After all, it was normal for young people to care about their face. However, he was at fault in the first place and did not dare to refute. He only asked in surprise.
Master Yunxiao knows Commander Haolian?
Yunxiao's eyes flickered with a trace of reminiscence as he said.
"You'll know in the future."
He looked at Lu Sun and the others and said,
"Everyone, I still have some matters to attend to in the Qingde woodland for a while. Also, I have a close relationship with Xiao Huanghaolian. I hope that everyone will continue to stay in the rookie mercenary group and assist."
Lu Sun frowned and asked,
Master Yunxiao, are you leaving in the future? We hope to be able to follow Grandmaster.
He revealed a look of desire.
I'm willing to follow Grandmaster.
The crowd shouted in unison, their faces filled with determination and desire. Yunxiao smiled and said with a sigh,
"I won't be leading in the short term. I can understand your feelings. During this period of time, I'll tell you everything I know if you have any questions regarding the art of divination. In addition, I'll be coming to this forest often in the future."
A hint of desolation flashed across everyone's faces, but when they thought about how they could ask as many questions as possible during this period of time, they quickly became excited again. Each and every one of them rubbed their fists, desperately listing the questions they wanted to ask in their minds. Hai Beifei heaved a sigh of relief. A hint of surprise flashed in his eyes. It seemed that this kid really knew the commander. Moreover, their relationship seemed to be quite deep. Could he be the illegitimate son of the guild leader? Or perhaps the son of an old friend? His mind was filled with random thoughts. After comforting the alchemists, Yunxiao said to him,
"I'll have to trouble Captain Hai to find information on the ancient evergreen tree as soon as possible. Also, I don't want today's incident to happen again."
I will.
Hai Beifei's forehead was covered in cold sweat. He was still scared just thinking about what had happened today. Suddenly, a figure rushed into the hall and shouted with all his might.
Captain Hai, you can't. You can't attack Master Yunxiao.
This person was Zhu Lei. He had been running back and forth for a long time, and his physical strength had long been exhausted. Now, he was completely relying on medicinal pills to support himself, for fear of causing a disaster. He had almost exhausted his last trace of energy.
It's all your fault for not explaining clearly.
Hai Beifei said angrily. With a wave of his hand, a strong gust of wind was directly pushed over, directly sweeping up Zhu Lei, who was on the verge of collapse, and instantly blowing him hundreds of meters away, turning into a small black dot that disappeared in the sky. Hai Beifei said.
Master Yunxiao, the west of the city is a place where the good and the bad are mixed together. None of the three mercenary groups had the upper hand, and the division of territory was very complicated. For safety reasons, Team 8 had 2 vice-captains. I'll send Bin Jie over later to protect Grandmaster with Zhou Xiang.
Now, Yunxiao was not only related to Hailin's injury, but also directly related to the stability of the alchemist team of the rookie mercenary group. Therefore, he must be the top priority. The pitiful Bin Jie had just escaped, and if he knew about this, he would probably hit the wall and die on the spot. After Hai Beifei warned Zhou Xiang and the others for a while, he found that the atmosphere was very cold, and the alchemists were all looking at him indifferently with hostility in their eyes. He smiled bitterly and felt a headache. If Yunxiao changed his mind or left, he would not know how to clean up this mess. Fortunately, the other party seemed to have a friendship with Commander Hao Lian. Hopefully, that was the case. Otherwise, he would be in deep trouble. He felt bored for a while, so he left with Hai Lin. Captain, the situation in the west of the city is extremely complicated.
Zhou Xiang said. It's still early. Why don't I accompany you for a walk?
Yunxiao thought for a moment and said.
That's good. Since you've taken the position, just do a good job. Originally, I wasn't interested in it.
After he gave some instructions and pointed out some problems to all the alchemists, the crowd left in satisfaction and continued their work.
Young Master Yun.
Yunxiang suddenly said.
The yang qi here is very pure, and it seems to be of great benefit to my body. I'm planning to cultivate in seclusion for a while.
That's good.
Yunxiao said.
This is indeed a rare land of positive yang. However, I still feel that something is amiss. You can cultivate here for the time being. It'll be good for your 9 yang true qi.
Yunxiao, Zhou Xiang, and Ding Ling left.